Welcome to the SnailTrail4x4 podcast. If you like going off-roading in Toyotas, wrenching on Toyotas, camping in Toyotas, and maybe even poking a little bit of fun at Toyotas, and of course, hearing about how fantastic the weekends were in the Toyotas, then this is the podcast for you. That's right, ladies and germs. My name is Tyler, and joining me for another episode of the SnailTrail4x4 podcast, Jimmy Chet over there on the casting couch. How are you, man?
Good. Thanks for asking. Yourself?
Doing pretty good.
Awesome.
Yep.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah, man. Life is fantastic, I guess.
Good.
It's as good as it can be, I guess.
Yeah. Well, we're getting a little rain.
That's true.
So that's nice.
Sierras are getting a little bit of snow.
Broke. Yep. Mm-hmm. Sierras are getting a little bit of snow, even though all the ski ranches have now closed.
Yeah, right. They'll do an employee ski day or something.
Yeah, maybe.
You said your heat broke?
The heat.
Oh, the heat. Heat. Okay.
Yeah, the heat wave is broken over us. We're more record-breaking heats today.
Yeah. It's been 93 the past few days.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, man. Not cool. Literally. Yeah. Anyways.
We hang out too much.
We do. This is Thursday's episode. So it is also April 1st, I believe.
Yeah. No, 2nd.
April 2nd. It is April 2nd. Yep. April 2. So that means we're into the next month, which is gift box month.
Yeah. And
Moab month?
Tyler's month.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
My birthday is in 4 days.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. I don't even know how old I'm going to be.
21.
21. I can drink now.
Yes.
I
Fireball.
was born in 88 and this is 2026.
So 38.
38. I was going to say 34 and I was like, that's not right.
Nope.
So 38. I'll be 38 this year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I am now officially old.
I actually had my wife said that my father-in-law asked what I want for my birthday, and I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what I want for my birthday. Give me a pizza. I'll be happy with a pizza.
All right. Next week, I'll get you pizza.
Yes. I'm so excited now for next week. Anyways, so let's see here. Today's gift box month, which means it's Tyler's month, which means we have a fun gift box for you guys. How do gift boxes work, Jimmy? What are gift boxes? What are we doing with these things? How are these going down?
So every, 2 times a year, we send out gift boxes.
Okay.
Right. So we send some out in April and we send some out in October, roughly 6 months apart from each other. So you need to sign up for the gift box. If you're to get a gift box, you need to sign up 6 months prior.
Yeah.
So everybody that's going to get a gift box this month in April signed up in October to get the gift box for us. If you're interested in getting a gift box, though, you can sign up right now because that tier is open. We open it twice a year, April and October, and you need to stay in for the 6 months. And so when you sign up for it and you end up staying in there, we allocate $10 of that gift box to go to the giveaway tier, and we allocate $10 or the remaining $10 of the $20 that you signed up for to go to the gift boxes.
Yep.
And then over 6 months, we collect 6 rounds of $10, so we get $60 from you. And then we allocate roughly $15 of that $60 for shipping. And so that we end up with about $45 left over that we try to go out and we find things out in the industry that we think you would be interested in. And we try to get a major bulk discount on those. Since we're going out and buying, I think we have like 63 people in the gift box tier.
3 gift boxes we got to do. Yep.
So we hit companies up and go, hey, I want to buy 60 plus of these things from you. Can we get a good discount? Because we want to buy a bunch of them. And then we end up trying to get a gift box upwards of that $80 mark into your guys' hands. So you're giving us $60. We're trying to use 45 of it minus shipping stuff to buy $80 worth of product that you end up with.
Yep.
And that's the gist, and that's a little bit of the info of how the gift box works. But yeah, the big thing is it's April this month. is April. So you need to either you have your choice to stay in the gift box, you have your choice to leave the gift box, or you can sign up for the gift box.
Mm-hmm.
So that is this is a once in or 1 out of 2 times in a year that you have this option.
Yep.
Man, that's a lot of numbers.
Jimmy's brain hurts now.
Yeah, it does a little bit.
Yep.
So if you are interested in the gift box, now's a great time to sign up. If you want to get out of the gift box tier, now's a good time for that. If you're going to change any tiers one way or another, you can do all that on iRate 4x4. So you can go over to iRate 4x4, go sign up for the tier you want. But you also have to cancel the current tier you're in. And to do that, you have to go over to PayPal, go to your subscriptions section, and then you have to cancel the tier that you no longer are interested in being in. So there's a little bit of back-end work that you have to do. We can't cancel anything for you. This is all on your account, set up through you. And that's the only way to cancel the tiers. So if you're in the giveaway tier right now and you want to sign up for the gift box tier and you do it, it does not automatically cancel
your old subscription.
Yeah,
tier.
you'll be signed up for 2 tiers.
Mm-hmm.
And always at the end of the month, Tyler and I go through, especially in April and October, we'll go through and see who's doubled up, and we email you guys and go, hey, just to let you know, you've paid for 2 tiers.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to cancel one of them, you need to go into your back end and go cancel that. So it happens to somebody inevitably every single time we do this, even though we talk about it all the time.
Yep.
But yeah, so it's a great time to do any moving if you choose to do any moving. It's also a great time to get in for that gift box, which we're excited to get out to you. I did officially get everybody's sizes for t-shirts before Friday, and I was able to I think I put the order in on Wednesday. So even a few days before the episode came out, when we gave everybody a drop dead date.
Mm-hmm.
But shipping to us is a little longer than we had expected. We're still gonna get these gift boxes out in April, but it's going to be very close to the end of April that these gift boxes are going out. So bear with us. They will be going out. We just have to wait for these shirts to show up before we can actually send everything out. And they're all getting shipped here to the warehouse, and then we have to divide them up and put them in all the boxes or bags or however we're shipping these things out, and then get them all sent out to you. So it'll be close, but we should be able to get them before the end of April.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
One of the items is already in.
Yeah. Which is pretty neat.
They look pretty good.
It turned out really good.
Yeah.
I'm typically not a big fan of
that item.
The same color on the same color.
Sure.
But one is gloss and one's matte kind of thing.
Yep.
So, and this turned out really good.
I think it looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I ordered this, the person that I was talking to said this style is super popular right now.
Huh.
I was like, oh, didn't know.
Right.
I just thought it looked good.
You just nice.
Yes.
Yeah, it's done really nice. It's done in a way that makes you take a double look at it.
Yeah.
Where you're like, there's something going on with that. Oh, I see now. Okay. Yeah. So, it looks good. You guys will like it. So, let's see. Anything else, man?
We are recording on the last day of March, and I tried to go into PayPal and tried to get ahead of schedule here and tried to have the answer for who wins this Devos Light Ranger 500. But because the day isn't over, PayPal actually doesn't have all the data that we need to be able to fulfill this request for you guys.
Nope. So apparently there's 4 to 5 of you guys that signed up on the last day of the month. So
yeah, that's funny.
We have to let those go through.
Yeah, I looked at, I was like, is this everybody? And I looked onto January and there was 5 people that signed up. I was like, oh, there's 5 people on the 31st. And then that brought the question up of well, what happens in February since there's people that signed up on the 31st? And apparently there was 9 or 10 people that got billed on the 28th. So that does push everybody up to the last day of the month if you are on the 31st or 30th or however that works. Anyways, I wasn't able to go through, get all the data for everybody. So I couldn't find out who the winner of this Light Ranger 500 is. So we will have that the following Thursday for everybody. And then this month in April, we are giving away 2 gift boxes. So we talked a little bit about gift boxes just a bit ago, how they work, kind of what they are. But you're going to get, we'll have 2 winners that are going to receive another gift box or a gift box. If you are in the $20 tier, you have a chance to get multiple gift boxes, which I don't think that this gift box would be that bad to have multiples.
Yeah.
So that would be fine. However that works out. and good for you guys. The rest of it is kind of, I don't know where I was going with that. If you aren't in the gift box tier and you're just in the regular giveaway tier, you have a chance to win a gift box. We're giving 2 of them away this month.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Cool. So that's the gift box tier, the giveaway tier. We also have giveaways going on with reviews, which you guys know all about. So we'll skip that today. But go leave us a review on Apple Podcasts.
Yes.
And you'll get entered for some cool stuff over and over and over and over and over and again. Let's see. Anything else?
Well, I believe is Easter Jeep Safari currently going on? Has it started already?
It started when this airs. It's going. This is the thick of it right now. Today's vendor day.
Oh wow. Okay.
Or when this airs.
Yep. So EJS is going on right now. Mm-hmm. So if you happen to be out in that area and you want to check it out, go ahead. The Morphlite guys are out there.
Yep. Isaiah and Ben.
Okay.
Ben Dover from Between the Chicos.
Yeah. Good for him.
He's out there.
I was wondering why he wasn't at the desk this morning. Okay. That answers that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They're out there having fun. But you have Kermit.
Yep.
So did they take a Morphlite rig?
They did not.
Oh.
No.
Okay.
So we did not register for any trail runs at Easter Jeep Safari, just as a vendor kind of thing. And they're going out, and today's Tuesday. So they're driving out today. Tomorrow's kind of a rest day / setup the vendor area.
Okay.
And then go hang out in Moab around town. And then Thursday, Friday's vendor day, and they'll come back Saturday.
Cool.
So
yeah. That'll be fun. Mm-hmm. That'll be fun for them. I don't think either one of them have been to Moab.
They have never been to Moab before, and I encouraged them to take Kermit and go do Fins and Things.
Okay.
Or something else.
Yeah.
That's easy. I said, if you want to do something, go do something under 5 rated.
Yeah.
And you guys will have a lot of fun. There's not too much risk involved with those ones. Kermit will handle anything at under 5.
Oh, for sure.
And because neither of them had been there before and we couldn't get in on any of the trail runs, they decided they didn't want to go anywhere unless somebody was going to be able to be like a tour guide.
Okay.
Which is very smart to do in Moab if you've never been before. And so they're like, we'll just leave Kermit. And so Kermit's my daily driver.
So they're going to get a right seat in somebody's vehicle, hopefully.
Hopefully, but it doesn't sound like they will.
Oh, bummer.
Yeah. There's a guy, his name is Cord.
Okay.
He's lives in, where does he live? Is it in Arizona or Colorado? I forget which one. But he's friends with Dominic Knight.
Okay.
And so they both have really, really well-built Jeeps. And Cord is going to be the one that they were going to go wheeling with them on Wednesday. Because he's very familiar with Moab.
Okay.
And his Jeep will be in the Morphlite booth out at the vendor show.
Oh, cool.
So
nice.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, I hope they're having fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, I don't think there's anything else.
Cool. All right, then we'll take a quick break and we'll be right on back with kind of what we've been up to, what happened over the past weekend, things going on in our lives, and get you guys updated with Jimmy and Tyler. See you soon.
Are you stuck inside? Are you not sure where you want to go to explore? We'll open the Onyx Off-Road app. It shows you all the trails around you and it tells you their difficulty. Now you can quickly search out your next adventure or plan your next trip. Download Onyx Off-Road from the App Store. Onyx Off-Road, built for the adventurer.
Welcome back, ladies and germs. This is Thursday's episode, so you get to hear a little bit about what Jimmy and I have been up to. What were you up to? Synopsis.
Easter party.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Nice. I wasn't up to much getting the house back together. There was something else. I have a couple updates. I have an update on Unimog stuff.
Oh, okay.
So,
Sounds
let's see. How was the Easter party?
Easter party was great.
Good.
Yeah, we had a great time. We had a slightly lower attendance this year, about 15 people less.
Okay.
But we were in the mid 80s, 80 people.
Yeah.
80 plus people last year. And this year we were down in the mid 60s range, kind of somewhere in that something. And so, it was still a big event. It's bigger than I want it, but it's hard to eliminate people once you've invited them. So
I didn't want to say anything. And now that we're recording and the whole world gets to hear it too, that's kind of the reason why we didn't go. We don't like crowds.
Okay. Yeah.
And crowded places. And it was a fun event last year, but it's a lot of people. And all we really know is you and the assistant.
Sure.
So it's kind of like, we'd rather go and hang out with just you guys.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know how to do it, but I do feel that it's like, I don't get enough time. There's so many people there. I don't have enough time to visit with everybody. And so like I can sit down with certain people and I can visit with some, but then I don't see like half of the people there, but there's no way for me to just do small events.
Yeah.
That, it's like how many, okay. So every single day I'm going to have an Easter party and these 5 or 6 people are going to come for the week of Easter.
Well, you just got to do it how you do Christmas. You got to do it in time blocks throughout the day.
Yeah, right.
So in 2-hour time blocks, you got 10 people showing up every 2 hours.
Yeah, right.
Get the fuck out of here, guys.
Yep.
We got the next group coming.
Batch coming. We got to hide the eggs. Yeah. So that was, it's a little overwhelming for me. I think a lot of people have fun. I have fun too. It's a good time. I wish, in my opinion, I think that a lot of people show up just for the egg hunt and then maybe the beer hunt, which is a lot of fun. Just so I'll back up a little bit. We do an event, typically the Saturday before Easter, and it's just an Easter party. It started as a thing for my family, because I visit my family out in Santa Rosa once a year. And I said, we need to get together more. Like this is the only time out of the year that we see you guys. We need to figure out how to get together more. So I said, I'm going to start having an Easter party.
Okay.
It's about 6 months after I throw in my pen. It's about 6 months roughly after, Thanksgiving. So it's about halfway, and then we can see each other multiple times a year. And, I invited my family and then some really close friends that have kids, and none of my family showed up.
Interesting.
Right? And so the year 2, I invited my family and a little bit more friends, and I only focused on friends that have kids, right? Like I didn't really invite anybody that doesn't have kids, and my family didn't show up.
Okay.
Yeah. And so year 3, I really brought it up to him at Thanksgiving, and I said, hey, like I'm throwing this Easter party and are you guys going to come out? Like, I was really trying to start this so that we could hang out more. And they were like, well, it looks like it's just all your friends. And I'm like, like it was supposed to be a family thing, but you guys didn't come out. And so I'm not going to like prep for this party and then have nobody show up.
Yeah. You get to hide beers for myself.
Yeah. So anyway, so it really has turned into a friends and family thing now. I made the mistake of opening the door for the assistant to invite her family, and she has a monster family. Yeah. And then she invited some of her mom's group's people. Okay. And that's a fairly decent, they all have families, right? And so now literally it's probably like an 80-20 thing. Wow. Of like who's coming to this party and not. So yeah, it's quickly grown in the last few years. Now, don't get me wrong.
I think it's really, really cool. Yeah. Like I think it's really neat that you can have a spot and put on this really fun day, because it was a fun day.
It is. Yeah.
Right.
It is a fun time.
It's an Easter egg hunt for the kids. Yep. And then a beer hunt for the dads.
Yep. I was going to get there. Yeah.
And so it's really well done. It's really cool that you have the venue to do that. Everybody that was there was having a great time. I thought it was really cool. It's just, I'm antisocial. I'm an introverted. I don't know what it is.
And that's
exactly,
the thing. Like I felt like this year I was literally going around to people that didn't know a lot of the other people. Right. And I was like sitting with this side of these people because they pretty much only know me and, the assistant and maybe one other person, but they didn't know the 40 other people that were at that other side of the table. Right. And so it's like, I need to socialize with these people so that they, because that side's taken care of. We had some kids up the road that we've kind of met in the last few years. We invited them down, but they knew like nobody, right? It was just their family that showed up because they're neighbors, and they don't know many people. They didn't know anybody else at the party, and so it was like, I was talking to them for quite a while. And so, it happens. And I think that happens at every party to some level, right? But so we had something like 372 eggs or something like that this year to hide.
Wow.
26 kids doing the egg search. It came out to be about 14 eggs per kid.
Okay.
We figure out so I did the math and I go, okay, there's 14 eggs. Every kid needs to only find 14 eggs. And then there was something like 9 eggs left over. So then once every kid's like, I got my 14, and then at the very end I go, okay, there's 9 more hidden.
There's 26 of you.
And there's, go find that. There's 9 more in the yard. Go find them. And then the kids go running. That's how it usually goes. But this year and last year I hit a golden egg, and there was a few golden eggs, but I had one that was sort of golden colored, and it had $20 in it.
Oh, cool.
And so I told everyone, I was like, I'm hiding a golden egg and it has $20 in it. And everybody started watching me, right? Like, cause I hold it. I don't let it, I'm the one that hides it. And I hold it back from after we had the first wave of kids go out, and they are 0 through 5-year-olds.
Okay.
Right. And we give them 5 minutes, and we tell all the parents, just drop eggs on the ground in the grass for these guys. Right. Cause those are the ones they're going to find. And then you can hide the other ones for the older kids. So then the 6 and up kids go out roughly 5 minutes later. And then I hide the golden egg during that round. Cause a 5-year-old doesn't care about $20. The parents would be like, cool, you won 20. I got $20, right?
Yeah.
But an actual kid that's 6 and up cares more about $20.
Yeah.
So we hid, I hid that. We had about 10 eggs that had about $1 in them. And then I had 10 scratchers in them. And then some other people told me they put money inside of their eggs too. So I don't know how much money total was out there, but there was a fair amount.
Yeah.
Nobody found the golden egg for the most part. And I literally was like, they're all, where's the egg? Where's the egg? And I was like, I'm not telling you. And they're like, is it in a tree? Is it on the ground? Is it? I'm like, I'm not telling you. And eventually I said, okay, look, it's from this tree. And I'll just say west.
Okay.
Right. And then they're like, oh, and so they all run to sort of one area, and then they couldn't find it. I'm like, okay, fine. It's from this tree east. Right. And so, and they're like, okay. And then I was like, it's from this fence post south, and I just kept shrinking and shrinking. And eventually I had I cut the place down probably to 5% of the total volume of the searching area. And then somebody found it.
Wow.
I was down, but it was funny because I was, I didn't say. Everybody was watching me, so I handed the golden egg off to another mom.
Okay, and I said, hide it.
You have to hide this because everybody. I'm going to walk over this way. All the kids are going to kind of be watching me. You hide the egg because nobody's really watching you.
Okay.
And so she hid it on the back fence. We have these bushes back there, and she hid it kind of on the ground underneath one of the branches.
Okay,
not bad.
That's not bad.
The kids were searching, but they kept pushing leaves over the top of it as they're digging through the leaves.
Yeah.
And so they literally buried the golden egg.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was kind of funny. So it took them a long time. They're like, you need to hide it easier next time. I'm like, actually, I think this is great.
You guys hit it hard.
Yeah. You guys were the ones that hit it. It was visible and now it's not. Actually one of the mini assistants friends found it. So that was good.
Nice.
Also, that same friend won $10 on a scratcher.
Oh,
so
cool.
She's really the big winner here.
Yeah.
I lost money at this party. She made money.
Yep.
So that was fun. The beer. So then we do a beer hunt a little bit after that for the adults. We ask all the parents to bring, or anybody that wants to participate that is 21 or older that can do the beer hunt, go buy a 6-pack of bottles. And then we hide all the bottles in the yard, and then and the kids hide them. All the parents go to the front yard, all the kids run around in the backyard hiding all these bottles, and then the kids run up and give their parent the 6-pack holder, and that's their basket. So then when it's time to go, all the parents then go to the backyard,
and you have to fill up your basket.
And you have to fill up your basket. You get 6 bottles.
Yep.
And that's your variety pack. For you to take home.
Yep.
And the kids hid things really well this year. We need to it's funny because they don't want us to hide the eggs hard, but they had the bottles really hard this year. But I knew just throughout all the years past, I'm like, kids always hide stuff in the burn pile. So I went to the burn pile and I found 4 bottles in the burn pile. I'm like, all right, I'm like 3/4 of the way done. So that was fun. I think we couldn't find 2 bottles.
Okay.
And then we asked the kids to come out and help us. And I think they found 1 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's still a bottle
There's
out
one
there.
missing.
There's one missing.
MIA.
We'll find it in a few months. My nephew hid one of the bottles like in the kid area in like by the juices and drinks and everything. And so it looked like it was just it's supposed to be part of that, you know? And so that one threw a lot of people for a loop, but that was kind of funny. That same nephew poured out a beer and washed the can out with water and then was walking around the party with a can of 805 with water in it. And I was kind of like, great. This is funny. And I really think this is funny. And I think it's funny you're doing this, but I don't want you putting the perception out there that we are allowing kids to be drinking. So you have to stop. But I do find this hilarious.
Yeah.
And so he was like, fine. And then, so I had some college mates come up, like Jimbo came up and my buddy Charles came up. And so after the beer hunt, pretty much everybody leaves. And that's when you should show up.
Okay.
And I was talking to my buddy Charles because he stayed the latest. And I was saying, I love the event. I kind of want to do the 2 things further apart so then people can stay longer and hang out. I don't know if I need to do like more activities in the middle of it or like hold a cornhole tournament or whatever, but I want people to stay longer. Like people show up at noonish. The party's done by like 2:30.
And that's kind of our problem too, is Reed goes down for his nap at 11:30 noon.
It's hard and
then gets up at 2 to 3.
Yeah.
So
when he's out of the nap phase, he's totally in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And we had some couples come late because of that exact problem, right? And they showed up like right when the egg hunt was about to start. And, it's like, oh, glad you made it.
Yeah.
Because the little kid was taking a nap, right? So I don't know.
You cannot interrupt nap schedules, just
right.
FYI.
Yeah. And I was also talking to some of the like teenagers there, and I said, like, you're sort of aging out of the egg hunt, which it's still kind of fun, but it's not as fun as when you're little. But you're not old enough for the beer hunt.
Yeah.
So I need to find out stuff to do with you guys.
Yeah.
And figure that out.
Pokemon hunt. Got to catch them all.
Yeah. So my buddy Charles and I were talking and we're going to do, like, I'm going to invite all my college mates up with all the ones with kids and stuff. And we're just going to do a camp out that night.
Oh.
In the yard. We're just going to go out in the pasture.
Yeah.
And we're going to like make camp. And set it up. And we're not going to do the burn pile early.
Okay.
Because we always try to we always clean the yard, do a burn pile just before the party. So we don't have this big old mess of a burn pile. So we're not going to do that. So we'll have the burn pile. Everybody will come for the party. We'll have the party as normal. Everybody will leave just as normal. And then my college mates are going to stay. And we're going to have a camp out in the backyard. We're going to do the big old burn pile. We're going to roast mallows. We're going to have pocket stew. We're just going to hang out and chill and continue to finish the beers that we got that day and relax in the backyard.
That would be really cool.
Yeah. So I think that's going to be the big change for next year.
Okay.
Yeah. We also completely rearranged how we kind of laid it out. Because last year it was hot and and all the tables and chairs were out in the sun.
Yeah.
And so this year on the side of our house, there's a huge mulberry tree.
Okay.
And we put all the tables and chairs underneath that mulberry tree. And I got a lot of people going like, I'm glad you put the tables and chairs here. Cause normally we have like a ping pong table there and the cornholes there. And it's like, the games are in the sun. Or the games are in the shade. So people are going to play the games, but nobody really people play the games, but they don't play a lot.
Yeah.
People sit in the tables a lot.
Yeah.
And so moving them to the shade, I think, was a big thing. And then we just pretty much swapped those spots. We put the games out where the tables were. We put the tables and chairs kind of on the side yard underneath that big tree. And that helped. I think a lot of people enjoyed that because it was a hot day.
Yeah.
And so it was nice to be in the shade.
Nice.
So we ran out of beer and we ran out of waters.
Oh, wow.
Super shocked. We've never had that problem before on either one of those. But all of family members, me and the assistant and mini assistant, forgot that we had a backup beer area and we forgot to bring it out. So, and we ran out of waters at like the very end.
Okay.
So if I didn't hear anybody saying they were still thirsty. There was also still juice boxes and stuff like that, but water had been finished. So
Okay.
every year we sit down afterwards, after cleaning up and everything, and we talk about like what we did good, what we think we can change, and adding more. Another flight of water was on that list, just because we don't want. No, you should not be without water at a party for sure.
That's what garden hoses are for.
Yeah, I mean that's we got plenty of water.
Yeah,
you can go in the house and fill something up too. Yeah. But yeah, we want it easily accessible. We also did all mini stuff this year. We did the small itty bitty bottles of water and the small cans of soda.
Okay,
which is more in my mind is more waste.
Yeah,
right. But we felt that it is less waste because there were way less half-drank stuff.
Oh,
right. Okay. From a kid, like, I'm going to drink this Sprite, and he only drinks like a third of it and then leaves the Sprite and then forgets where he left it. And then he goes and gets another Sprite.
Yeah.
You know, and same with the waters. There was no like half empty bottles of water. All the bottles of water, had been finished and thrown away for the most part.
Okay.
So it was way nice. It was way better because there was completion on consumption.
Yeah.
Than a bunch of wasted leftover stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So that we thought that worked out really well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of other like party hacks that we do. For food, we do a deli thing. We just order local and get a deli, and then we buy rolls, and everybody can make their food. So we buy all the deli stuff and the rolls, and then everybody brings sides and desserts and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. All in all, it was a great party.
Nice.
Yeah, bummed you guys didn't come, but I understand why. I honestly think it's too big, but I don't know what to do about that besides not tell people that they can't come.
Get a divorce.
Yeah, get a divorce. I need a smaller family. Yeah. We'll see, but it was a great time. It was a good party. I mean, everybody that comes said they had a great time. So that's a big bonus. Besides that, I was stressed out about the yard and about getting things ready and getting all the supplies and tables and chairs and everything that we need. So I had to cancel on Hussman on Thursday. And it turned out that this was the one Thursday that we're back to this fun rotation where normally Thursdays, the assistant has her mom's group every other Thursday. And that's the second and fourth Thursday of the month. The first Thursday of the month, I have bonsai. So then there happens to be one Thursday a month where the entire family's together. And the mini assistant now has started a new theater or a new play performance, and her practices are on Thursdays. So now we have one Thursday a month where the assistant and I get to go out on a date.
Oh, okay.
And that was this Thursday. So I did a whole bunch of work, got all nasty until about 5, maybe 6 o'clock. And then we ate a quick dinner at our house, and then we went to Monk's and sat and talked about the party and talked about life and talked about everything, and ran through our checklists and had some drinks at Monk's until the mini assistant was out. Yep. Nice. So that worked out fairly well. So I did order the new clutch slave from Napa, and I haven't picked it up yet. It had to get shipped from Jackson. Okay. So I need to go get it. But I'm planning on having that fully installed before Hustle Nuts comes over on Thursday. And then we'll see if we can get a little bit more up travel. But and then I think we really just need to start articulating that front axle and seeing how things work. I was showing some friends at the Samantha build off on Easter and moving it around and showing what's going on. And like Ryan was there, Sarah and Ryan. And, so Ryan was asking some great questions, but it looks like there's a few small ways that I can get a little bit more up travel, but I really can't I don't think I can get a whole lot more up travel just because I can get like a 1/2 inch and then I'm going to hit the oil pan. Yeah. Right. And so I don't want to like notch the oil pan necessarily. I'm getting to the point, at least on full compression on both sides. I haven't played with articulating to see how things work yet, but I'm getting to the point where it's going to be like, should I spend 5 more hours solving this problem
To get a quarter inch
to get
of
a
up
quarter
travel.
inch or whatever of up travel, or are we just going to call it good here
Mhm.
and see what else we can get? So I think that when Hussman comes over, I'll install that new clutch slave. Then we can really start sort of articulating things and moving things around and seeing how it works.
Mhm.
And we can start playing with the bump stop placement and kind of just seeing if we need to move or change any of the brackets to get better articulation or see how things work. I believe that's the next step of that front axle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice. That's cool.
Yeah. So that's pretty much everything I've been doing. I mean, a ton of lawn mowing. I mowed the lawn 3 days before the party and then 4 days before that. And the lawn had grown like a solid 2 inches. Just tis the season right now.
Yep.
So it just like it had to get done just before the party too.
Yeah.
It was crazy. But yeah, I did a lot of lawn mowing, a lot of weed eating, a lot of like trimming of some bushes and just kind of cleaning the yard and getting it ready. And, I think there's a level at which my perfection is higher than what people expect to come over and see. But whenever people come over, they go, "Oh, your yard looks so good," and it's nice to have a semi-clean yard. Last year, a lot of flowers were popping and we were trying to give them more water to try to promote them to grow and pop. But it just had that they're not there yet to pop. So our yard will be really nice in like 2 weeks. It'll be blooming all over the place.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's my week in a nutshell. And it was a lot of fun. It was a little stressful, a lot of cleaning up to do. All I have left is to drop some tables and chairs off at some other people's house. And I think I'm washed my hands of that for this year.
Nice.
And then we'll get back to it next year.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sweet. Sounds like a fun weekend.
Yeah, definitely was.
Yeah. We stayed home, finished putting the house together.
Yeah.
So back together from the termite fumigation, from the previous weekend. So we got all that done.
Hey, I do want to say thank you to you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Because we bought a bunch of sodas and beer and waters and things, and we wanted to keep them. We wanted to pre-cool them.
Okay.
Right. And so I was like, well, we have the shop fridge. And so I threw everything in the wheelbarrow. I wheelbarrowed it over to the shop. And I was looking in the shop and I was like, I don't think this is all going to fit in the fridge. And then I was like, I just listened to Tyler talk about how he took out all the shelves in his fridge and threw all the bags in there and just made it a big storage locker thing. And I took out all the shelves in my fridge and I filled it all up, and it filled up, I don't know, like almost halfway. Okay. When there's no shelves in there and there's no like sort of wasted space, it filled it up like halfway, but I didn't think I was going to get it all in there with all the shelves. So, so thank you for bringing that idea to my head.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Yep. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Creating ideas from having to fumigate your house for termites.
Exactly.
Oh man. Yeah, everything turned out good so far. I mean, I have been finding dead spiders on the floor.
Oh. Okay.
And like various little corners and under stuff as we're just going and doing a clean of the house now that it's been, spring cleaning as well, but also the fumigation. So, everything turned out good as far as I know. I'm still like, do I want to open up the wall and see how much damage is done to the studs and the framing? I need to. I don't want to though. So anyways, putting the house back together. It was pretty toasty this weekend. So we started back up the kids' little water table play thing.
Yeah.
I was playing around with that. Got the shade structures back up in the backyard. And kind of hung out in the backyard for a bit and drank in the evening times. And then I started working on a couple of side projects that were really kind of research oriented for the vehicles.
Okay.
More than actually working on the vehicles themselves.
Interesting.
So, obviously the mule is still a Stellar built, so I can't really work on the mule. But some fun things came in. I got a whole lighting package from Baja Design.
Ooh, okay.
To put on the mule. I ordered some brackets for the A-pillar brackets, like the ditch light kind of stuff. And I ordered some Gatekeeper off-road knuckle lights.
Oh yeah, cool.
For the mule as well. The brackets, I should say.
Yeah.
To put some Baja Designs S1s on. So we'll have that hopefully all set up for the show for Trail Hero X on the mule. I have a new switch panel, so I'm going to rip the Switch Pro out of the mule and set up this new one, which is has a wireless controller to it as well.
Ooh, cool.
And so we'll have that to go in the mule. Hopefully we can get that set up as well. And then so kind of researching those things and those brackets, which brackets I need to order, get those ordered up. I'm looking into the lithium starter batteries as well for the mule, and I have it down to another Dakota Lithium or the new Optima one.
Okay.
And I really want to try out the Optima one. I want to give it a good trial.
Sure.
Because I know that Optima, they spent quite a bit of years in R&D. Mainly not necessarily the R&D part, but doing stress testing.
Oh, nice.
To make sure that their batteries would never fail, would never go into a lithium meltdown, etc.
Yes.
And there's a lot of safety precautions built into the batteries, and I like that factor of them.
Yeah, that's a good one to have.
Right. The only problem is that I don't want to do the 45 amp hour one. Right. I want like 100 amp hours.
Okay. But they don't have
one. Yeah, it's a 45 or a 150.
Oh man.
And the 150 is like twice the physical size of the Dakota Lithium 135. Wow. So I'm like, I really want to give the Optima a try, but it's twice the physical size of the Dakota Lithium. Right. And I'm really happy with the Dakota Lithium.
How would that compare to like a red top?
The Dakota Lithium is about the same size physically as a red top, but half the weight.
Got it. And so the Optima 145?
150, I think.
150 is 2 red tops.
Yep.
Dang. That's pretty big.
It's a fairly big physically battery, but that's because they have so many different safety precautions built into them to make sure that the battery, you won't have a problem with it failing drastically and killing destroying your vehicle, right?
Yeah. I'll say it again. Go to 245s.
You're right. That's not a bad idea. So anyways, I did some research into that, figuring out their size comparisons and how much space I want to take up back in the cargo area of the mule. Cause the whole point of building the rear swing out on the mule was to get a bunch of space back in the cargo area. Right. And now I'm just filling it back up with bigger battery. I'm like, do I need the battery? I don't. Yeah. Anyways, so I got to decide that. That's a decision that I have to make. Right. So there's that. Let's see. Kermit. So do you remember when we were up on Mormon Immigrant Trail?
Okay.
And the clutch pedal would just go to the floor.
Yes.
And I was like, I thought it was getting stuck under the mat.
Yes.
I don't think it was getting stuck under the mat.
Okay.
I think we crawled up and looked under. The spring on the clutch pedal is broken.
Oh,
like in the center of it, it's broken.
Interesting.
So like sometimes it springs back, and 90% of the time it springs back. Once it gets warmed and heated up and has been kind of running around throughout the day off-roading, it doesn't want to spring back. It just dead pedal to the floor. No clutch pressure, nothing.
Okay.
So what I think is happening is the clutch fluid is getting hot. And it is a little on the low side. It's not empty or low, I think, by means in terms of a normal clutch reservoir. But the fluid is really dirty. I didn't realize how dirty the clutch fluid is.
Yeah.
So
time for a flush.
I think I need to flush the clutch system and completely drain it out, flush it out, and put new fluid in there.
Yeah. And fix a spring.
Yeah.
Or get a new spring.
So guess what you have to do to fix that spring? Replace it.
Take the dash apart.
Yep. You got to take the dash apart to get to the clutch pedal assembly. In order to pull the clutch pedal assembly off, you have to take out the steering column.
What?
Yep. So you have to, in order to get to the clutch pedal assembly, you have to take the dash off, the steering column out, and then you can get the clutch pedal assembly out to replace that spring.
Wow.
So I'm kind of like, is it really worth it to do it? Or do I just rely on the clutch pressure and the clutch system, the fluid pressure?
Well, I mean, you have an ace up your sleeve, though. With
I have an expert in second gen 4Runner stuff. Yes.
So
And he crawled up and looked at it and he goes, oh, yep, the spring is broken right there. And I was like, oh yeah, that would do it. He goes, cool. So do you want to replace that? I was like, well, yeah, that'd be nice. He goes, all right, it's about a 15, 20 hour job. I was like, fuck you, get out of here. No, it's not. He goes, yeah, here's what you got to do. Damn.
Yeah.
It's really not 15, 20 hours, but like the problem with taking that dash apart is that dash is so old. Every time you take it apart now, some other little snippet to hold it together breaks.
Right.
So it never, every time you take it apart, never goes back together the same anymore. So I'm like, try and limit how many more times I take that apart.
Maybe you bleed it and see how it functions. And then if it's still not doing very well, then you can, I should probably put that spring back in.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Cause like when the engine isn't hot, like when it's just fresh started up and it hasn't been running around for half a day, rock crawling with no airflow and stuff, like driving it around on a freeway and stuff, I've never had the clutch pedal go dead before.
Okay.
It's only been when off-roading.
Yeah. That
it goes dead. So like,
and we're not going to be in that vehicle anyway.
No, it's not. We're going to, somebody else will be in it.
Yeah.
So like, but like when it's new and when there's clutch pressure in it, it's just fine. I don't think that it would need an extra spring in it. Like, I don't know if I would want one.
Right.
So yeah, it's another thing I just got to make the decision on. I think that's exactly where I'm going to flush the clutch system this weekend.
Okay.
Put new clutch fluid in it, and get it all set and see if it needs it kind of thing. If it needs a spring. If I want to put another 10 hours into replacing a spring on the clutch pedal.
Sure. Yeah.
Or I just jerry rig a way to put a different spring in.
I was thinking that too.
And just put a heavy duty linear spring in, not a rotational spring.
Yeah.
Because the clutch pedal spring is on a rotational spring.
Oh.
In order for the clutch pedal to work. So the spring sits perpendicular to the pedal movement, the throw of the pedal. So the spring rotates.
Yes.
To go back. If I put in a linear spring and drill a hole in the clutch pedal, the arm or something, and have a linear spring in there, probably work just fine.
Probably. I don't know if I drill a hole.
I don't do something.
Yeah, maybe weld a little tab.
Yeah,
or something. Probably drilling I don't know. Wrap the piece of metal with some baleen wire and then hook the spring to that.
Yeah. Stainless steel wire stripping or something, what is that called?
Those zip ties.
Stainless steel zip tie. That would totally work. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. See, there you go. We're finding a Toyota fix to a Toyota problem. So that's the clutch pedal.
Okay.
I think that's what the issue was when we were out there.
Interesting. Yeah. I still think it was falling underneath your mat, but
I think the mat was definitely up there, and it seemed like when I moved the mat away, the pedal would pop back up.
Yeah.
So I think the mat was catching it somehow, but I don't think that was the main problem.
Right.
Okay. So there's that. It's
not like you push the clutch down that much too, right? It's like, how does the mat get above the pedal?
Well, I have the clutch set so that it has to be all the way on the floorboard to disengage the clutch from the transmission, the engine.
Yep.
And then it starts engaging as soon as that clutch pedal comes off the floor.
Right.
And I do that set up that way for rock crawling. So there's that.
I understand.
Yeah. Other than that, the back window on the second gen 4Runners and the first gen 4Runners, I'm pretty sure we've talked about this before. The wiring and how Toyota set up that wiring with all the extra safeties built into it is really fucking annoying. And it makes it near to impossible to troubleshoot when something stops working.
Okay. Yeah.
How do you, and the switch, the center console part of my center console where the switches are, is all kind of falling apart. It's old plastic and it's big with the dual cases in there. The shifter levers kind of hit that centerpiece in the center console where the switches are. And so just over time, the shifters hitting it because of the dual case setup and having to modify the center console has like shifted those switches around and broken the plastic, the fascia, I guess, of the center console. Right. And that's also just, I don't know why, but over time, I don't remember this being a problem before when I first got the vehicle, but now it is. Those switches are really low into the floorboard. So it's bending the terminals, the prongs on the back of the switches.
Oh.
And I think that could be one of the reasons why I'm having back window problems. So I want to lift that switch panel up a little bit, but you can't do that because the shifter levers all go over it. So there's only so much up you can do.
Can you tilt it?
And tilting it either way, because the shifters come from both sides of it.
Bummer.
Yeah. So lifting it up to get the switches away from the floorboard, but you can only lift it up so far before you're interfering with the shifter mechanisms, the shifters, the throw of the shifters. So I think I figured out a spot, high enough that they come off the floorboard, but low enough that it's below the throw of the shifters. And I went and drew it up in CAD and 3D printed a little switch holder for the center console.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to put that in and just kind of fit it in there and put the switches in and shift and see if everything clears.
Yeah.
And if it does, then I will nutsert the 3D printed piece into the center console fascia, the plastic center console fascia. And hopefully that'll have a new switch location for switches. And then since I have the thing CAD'd and designed out, if I want to add more switches to it in the future, I can just move the switches around in the CAD, 3D print a new one, and
that's
go to town, right?
That's pretty neat.
So I'm going to put that in this weekend, test fit that, and see if that all works.
Nice.
While I've been doing this, my second gen Forerunner expert, Ryan, he found a guy, Flintstone Fab.
Yep, I know them.
Okay. I've never known them before.
Yeah, he's a really cool guy. I've talked with him quite a lot on Instagram.
Okay.
Super cool. Does a lot of 3D scanning of older trucks and is coming out with some really cool stuff for the old vehicles that has all kinds of our plastics are going bad, and he's coming out with solutions that are solving those problems. But I've been talking to him quite a bit because he has the electronic brake caliper setup for Toyotas.
Nice.
Yeah. And so I was saying I want to put one of those on Samantha, and he gave me a discount code to order them up as long as I talk about them on the podcast and show them off on the YouTube video.
Cool.
So I don't know what you're going to say, but maybe we should actually contact this guy and get him on the podcast.
Maybe. Yeah. Anyways, he found a way to rewire and create a wiring harness for the first gen Forerunner rear windows that bypasses all the safety sensors.
Oh, perfect.
So it's a reversing polarity momentary switch system that will reverse the polarity to the motor of the window motor.
Okay.
And it just runs on the factory wiring. So you're not having to lay new wiring. You just tap into the wires that are already there.
Yeah.
And then you take the relays out and modify the wiring terminals at the relay in that rear kick panel area, the rear quarter panel area.
Oh, quarter panel. Okay.
Yep, the rear quarter panel of the vehicle. That's where the relays are. Well, I guess in the first gen Forerunner, they're right behind the driver's seat on that in the panel there. In the second gen Forerunners, they're back in the quarter panel.
Got it.
Near the tailgate. But he said, you just tap into the wiring, cut the relay plug off, terminate some wires, and then you put what are they called? Spade terminals on the other wires and plug them directly into the relays that he provides.
Oh, cool.
And he gives you the schematic. This wire goes here. This wire goes here. This wire color goes here. And it bypasses all the safety sensors for that Toyota puts in the rear tailgates in the first, second gen Forerunners.
Sweet.
And just so it's just straight to the motor. You don't have to worry about stuff anymore. It's a much simpler system. And I've been like, I want to do this on my own. I want to set this up. I have a reverse polarity switching solenoid. That would be super. I don't know about to say about easy to do, but I have to take apart all of my interior, lay new wiring, etc. And this popped up on the feed, and my Ryan sent it to me. So I messaged the guy and I was like, is this the same setup as the second gen Forerunner? I'm pretty sure it's the same overall setup. I just don't know if the wiring are all the same, right? Colors, the same colors and everything on the wiring harness. And he goes, I don't know. He goes, this definitely works on the first gen Forerunner. I have the process set for it. And it's $60, $65.
Yeah.
And he goes, all I need to do is just double check and confirm that the wires are the same, and it's all good. I was like, cool, awesome. Keep me in the loop. Let me know when you do it. He goes, sweet, I'll get working on it. I was like, cool. Messaged him a week later. And I was like, hey, any update on this? He goes, no, I don't have access to a second gen Forerunner. And I was like, why did you say that?
Yeah.
We can get this happen. We can make this happen, man.
Yeah.
So, we're going to, I think between me and Ryan, I'm trying to see if Ryan will do it, because he has 5 second-gen Forerunners at his house or whatever it is now, to help Flintstone Fab set that up. And then once he does, I'm going to order like 3 of them for some people, because we have some second-gen Forerunner own employees at the Morpha here.
Right.
So anyways, hopefully that will help solve and just simplify the rear window system, because it's starting to get to the point where like sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it only works from the key on the outside.
Yeah.
Sometimes only up. Like when we went to KOH, we can roll the window down from the outside, but only up from the inside.
Yeah, that was so funny.
And I was like, God, man. So I was like, and now it's working so that it rolls down from the outside, but not up, but it'll roll up and down from the inside. And like, we didn't change anything on it, just randomly started doing it. Like,
that's weird.
So anyways, I just want to like rip out the whole system and simplify the whole thing. Just put power directly to the motor and reverse the motor polarity.
Yes. Sounds like a good idea.
So hopefully Flintstone Fab will be working on that for all you second gen Forerunner owners out there. Andrew claimed. So let's see. Unimog update.
Yes.
Here's a really fun one. This is something new I've learned about that I've never heard about, and I'm amazed that I've never heard about this in the automotive world at all.
Okay.
So I have a Unimog
Yes.
that I can't get a title for.
Okay.
I have a bill of sale, and the person I got it from has a bill of sale, and that person was not the registered owner.
Perfect.
And they don't remember who they got it from before, and they're not really talking to anybody. They're out of the picture now.
Yes.
So the most I can trace it back is me, owner B, and owner C. So
Okay.
I had the DMV look up the VIN on the Unimog. The last time it was registered was 2014 in Nevada.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, who knows if that person's information is still the same, to be able to contact them at all and be like, would you give me a bill of sale or write the title over or like sign the title over or something? But I also don't know if I approach that person,
If they're going to want
if
their
they're going
mog back.
to want to take the Unimog back.
Yeah.
Right. So how do you, and I imagine if it's 2014 and it's not listed as a stolen vehicle anywhere, that it's safe to say that over the years, somewhere along the way after 2014 and before owner C got it, that it was all agreed upon trade of hands,
Sure.
or changing of hands, right?
Okay.
Of ownership on this Unimog. So, how do you go about doing this? How do you go about getting a vehicle titled under your name when you don't have access to a title?
Yes. Well, you have the lien sale.
There's other ways.
Are there?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can do a lien sale,
Okay.
but you have to have either a mechanic's license or a tow yard license, or I forget what the other ways were. There was 4 or 5 different ways that you can do a lien sale, but you needed to be certified and have a license in that business to do it.
Right. Isn't there I think there's a storage facility route.
There is one that you have to have a storage facility license to do it. So any one of these routes to do a lien sale, you have to have a business and be certified in that industry,
Okay.
in that business, in order to do it.
Yes.
I am not certified or licensed in any of those routes.
Sure.
I could ask buddies to do it, but it's kind of like, if you do a lien sale, the thing with lien sales is they have to legally notify the previous registered owner
Okay.
and say, hey, we have this vehicle. If you don't pay whatever this bill is for storage fees or whatever, then we get to take it over. That's essentially what a lien sale does, right? Within 30 days.
Okay. Sure.
But if the previous owner is like, that Unimog is probably worth $10,000, $15,000 right now, I could pay a $500 fee and get it back.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, they can't say that it's a $10,000 to $15,000 fee.
It has to be a reasonable cost. Right. Cause a business, I'm not going to ask a business to risk their license
No, sure.
for helping me do a lien sale.
Okay.
So
lien sales sort of off the
I'm
table.
kind of like, it's doable, but it's risky in my opinion. And so like if it was just a junker vehicle, then sure. But this is a Unimog that's in pretty good condition. And I'm like, if I was the owner from 2014, I'd probably try and find a way. If I was like, oh, nobody ever transferred the title and it's just randomly at a lien sale right now, fuck yeah, I'll buy that back and go sell it on the market right now.
Yeah.
So, like I feel like it'd be safer for me to reach out to find a way to contact the individual. The DMV won't give me his info.
Sure. Understood.
For privacy laws, right?
Yeah.
And so I would feel safer reaching out to the person being like, hey, look, I found myself now in ownership of this vehicle, but there's no title on it. You know, apparently somewhere along the line, people didn't re-register it, didn't retitle it. So would you mind just signing it over? And that way it's all clean. Everything's good. But what if he says no?
Yeah. Or wants money.
Or wants money for it or back or something like that. He's perfectly within his right to ask for it because somebody along the way fucked up. Yeah. And I'm getting it now.
To some small extent, it's still his vehicle.
Yeah. Legally, it is that person's vehicle. They're the last registered owner.
Yeah. I wonder, though, if they release liability.
That's a good question. If they have a release liability. I didn't ask that.
Yeah.
I don't know if the DMV would tell me if it has a release of liability on it. But so anyways, I was like, okay. So I started down this rabbit hole researching what are ways to do this.
Yeah.
There's a way to do it through Montana because Montana is very lenient about what they allow with vehicles.
Okay.
Which California is cracking down on hard right now.
Yeah.
With Montana plated vehicles. So anybody out there with a Montana registration on your vehicle and you live in California, the vehicle lives in California, be careful. California is very much cracking down on Montana plates right now. And I'm like, I'm not worth risking my business for the Unimog.
Sure.
So I'm not going to go the Montana route, that solution. And so I was like, what other options are there? And I went down to AAA and I was like, help me out here. What is the legal process, the right way for doing this?
Yeah.
I said, I know of a couple of legally questionable ways to do this, and I would much rather it be the correct way to do it.
Sure.
But if the state of California does not allow me a way to take ownership of a vehicle that I have quote unquote purchased for zero money, and I'm pretty sure was okay to purchase at zero money. I don't think it's a stolen vehicle. It's never been listed as stolen. Then I have to go through legally questionable ways to do this.
Sure.
But I'm like, this seems asinine to me. Why isn't there a way to do this? Apparently there's a very legal, very real way to do this that's done all the time.
Oh.
But nobody ever fucking talks about.
Maybe there's a reason behind that.
I don't know.
Well, what is it? Are you going to share?
It's called a surety bond.
A surety bond?
Have you heard of a surety bond?
Nope, never have.
There you go.
What is a surety bond?
Essentially what a surety bond is an insurance policy. It's a one-time paid insurance policy.
Okay.
They're pretty inexpensive to get. And it's essentially what it's saying is you're paying for this insurance policy so that if a legal owner comes looking for the vehicle, and you're unwilling to give it up because you should be the rightful owner of the vehicle, this insurance policy covers the cost of the vehicle as well as civil matters that could come up in a civil lawsuit or civil small claims court, whatever it is. That's what this surety bond covers.
Interesting. So you pay for this insurance, a one-time purchase of insurance covering the vehicle and your ass.
Civil matters. It's a CYA. Yep.
Yeah. And then that clears.
It covers you for 3 years.
Okay.
Apparently the DMV, and this is not, what is it called? Explicit to California. I talked with Nevada DMV as well, and it sounds like they're very much on the same page of this, which makes me believe California and Nevada are saying this. Most states do this. They don't really care necessarily who the legal owner is on title. They just care about not being drawn into civil liability
Sure.
over a vehicle that's titled incorrectly.
Okay. They're like,
So-
we don't want the fight to come to us. You guys need to figure it out.
Exactly. So
it.
that's kind of what a surety bond helps do.
Okay.
It's a CYA for the person claiming that it's their vehicle. That way, if anybody comes looking for the vehicle, they don't go after the DMV. The DMV says, oh, there's a surety bond on file for this. Here's that person's information. You go talk to them. We're washing our hands of it. Deal with it with that person.
Okay.
And then the insurance policy is there to help cover costs of disagreements that come about because of that.
And so you pay the DMV for this surety bond?
Nope. You pay an insurance company for the insurance policy, the surety bond. And my commercial broker for Morflate does surety bonds all the time. He goes,
interesting.
Oh yeah, I'm licensed in California and Nevada to do this. And we do it all the time. I've got a motorcycle dealer that buys motorcycles at auction and then resells them as used motorcycles from his motorcycle dealer. And the way that he gets all of his titles pretty much is through surety bonds.
Interesting.
To do it. And so the caveat to surety bonds is once you get a surety bond, and submit it with your new title request, you get what's called a bonded title.
Okay.
For whatever state you're in, right? And the vehicle gets titled with the DMV as a bonded titled vehicle, which means that vehicle cannot leave the state because it has to stay in that state's database system for 3 years.
Okay.
And the bonded title covers that vehicle for 3 years. The surety bond covers for 3 years. If nobody comes looking for the vehicle within 3 years, it becomes a regular title and it's officially yours with no issues.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So I wonder how the motorcycle guy does it. But
I'm guessing he sells it as a bonded title motorcycle. And as long as the person stays in the state, then once the person holds on to, you can transfer bonded titles.
Yeah.
Just like normal, but they're just not allowed to leave the state's DMV system, database system.
Interesting.
So that the state can keep track of it in case the previous owner or whoever comes looking for it, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. That's interesting.
I could go put a bonded title in on Becky. And if you don't reply in 3 years, Becky's mine. That's what I learned from this weekend.
But so they don't notify
it doesn't sound like they do.
What if Becky is registered to me though? How do you
That's a good, I guess if there's a current title and a current registration, it probably would not allow you to do it. Maybe. My guess is they look in the system. If there has to be, I would imagine it would have to be a vehicle that's not currently titled or registered in order to do it. Because otherwise you have every reason. If there's a current registration, current title, I would hope that DMV wouldn't do that. Although they released the liability on my 4Runner.
Yeah. Right.
When the previous owner submitted the release liability, but I think that was a mistake by a clerical error. So, maybe. Yeah, I got to learn a little about surety bonds.
That's interesting. That's actually good to know.
Yeah. Right. So if you ever find yourself, I know that, when dealing with buying used vehicles on the used market to turn into off-roading vehicles, you get through some interesting situations with titles and registrations.
Yeah.
and this is a beautifully legal path that California and it sounds like all states do all the time.
Yeah. I've approached a few people when looking at vehicles and they're like, the title's not in my name, but I still have the bill of sale from the old timer that I got it from.
Yep.
And whenever that has come about, I'm like, I'm not interested anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to go down this rabbit hole of like, you can't get this in my name because that person actually didn't sell it to you or whatever, and you can't have like 2 bills of sale in a row. Like you can't be like, I sold this to Bill and then Bill sold it to me.
Yeah.
No, that doesn't work either.
Yep.
But now it's good to know that there's a whole nother route that I could be like, yeah, sure, I'll buy that. And now I'm going to do this surety bond.
Yep.
A surety bond?
Surety, Surety.
I'll do a surety bond on the purchased vehicle, and I don't have to worry about it.
And they're pretty inexpensive. Most surety bonds are around, on average, $50 to $100 for the first X amount of value of the vehicle. So like there's a few places online that are offering $100 for $6,000 in value of a vehicle.
Okay.
And every $1,000 you add on top of that, it's like $10
Wow.
that you pay on this, on your insurance premium.
Yeah.
Quote unquote.
And then you have to take into account the value of the vehicle plus how much money you want to cover on if there is a
civil matter, civil disagreement, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and typically kind of the safety factor to put into a surety bond is 1.5 times the current market value of the vehicle.
Wow.
So Nevada actually does it a little bit differently. They want to see 1.5 times the vehicle's value when it was brand new.
Okay.
California wants current market value,
Right.
roughly 1.5 times the current market value.
If the MOG is worth 10 grand, you need to put $15,000 down.
I need a surety bond for $15,000.
You need to insure it up to 15,000.
Yep.
Got it.
And a $15,000 surety bond would cost me
Like
$250, $300.
I thought you said $600 for $1,000 of value.
$100 for $6,000 value.
$100 for 6,000. I had that
Yep.
the wrong way. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So $250.
$250, $300 or like something like that. And you have a legal pathway to acquire vehicles that you only have a bill of sale for.
That sounds like a better route than most back tax options.
Uh-huh. Yep.
This has back DMV fees. Okay. Yep. I'll just do a surety bond on it.
Yep. Just do a surety bond. I have a bill of sale. I can't get the title from the previous owner. So those back fees then should stay in theory with the previous owner.
Yeah.
And you start a whole new title.
Yeah. That sounds like it might be a workaround. Especially
perfectly legal.
If you're going to keep it for a few years.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You just, the caveat is it has to stay in the state system. So you can sell it as a bonded title.
Yeah.
But it's worthless to somebody out of state.
Right.
So if you sell it to somebody in state, it's the same as a normal title. Just there's a little bit of risk there that the previous owner could come looking for it for the new owner to end up having an issue with.
Yeah.
But they don't have to pay for the surety bond. You've already paid for it. So they're covered. The person who would buy the vehicle from you is covered if somebody comes looking for the vehicle.
Right.
So it's risky, but they're covered for it.
Yeah.
So,
okay. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's really good to know.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, why have I never heard about this before? And I'm willing to bet every state accepts surety bonds to do bonded titles on vehicles. If California does it and Nevada does it, two very different states at the DMV, I'm sure most other states will do it.
Yeah.
So
that's good to know.
Yeah. Right.
Wow.
So I got to call and confirm. Right now, they're kind of the two DMVs are giving me a little bit of a runaround. California is stating that since the Unimog was last registered in Nevada in 2014, it's technically a Nevada vehicle.
Yeah, Nevada's like, it's in California. It's a California vehicle.
Well, no, what they're saying is that you can only do bonds in the state of Nevada. So I have to have a Nevada residence to do a Nevada surety bond.
Lame.
But Nevada is saying the whole point of a surety bond is you don't have a title for a vehicle. So if it was last in Nevada, which it is, then doing a surety bond in California is not a problem. You just also now at the same time as doing the surety bond have to do a out of state transfer. Right. So now I have to follow all the rules for getting a vehicle, bring it into the California.
Okay.
Which is go through CHP inspection, smog rules, which it's pre-smog, so that doesn't matter. That kind of stuff too.
Got it.
Yeah.
So to get all that, the vehicle needs to be running.
It needs to be running. Yep.
Interesting. So now you're in this sort of catch-22.
Yep.
Where you're like, I don't know how much money I want to put into this because I don't know if I can eventually get it in my name.
Mm-hmm.
But to try and get it in my name, I need to get it running and working so I can go through the interstate transfer so that I could put the surety bond on it.
Yeah. So I have two options right now. One is if I get in touch with California and if California can say they will let me do the surety bond in California. It sounds to me like the people working on the phone lines at DMV don't really know a whole lot compared to the people at the DMV offices themselves.
Right. Can you AAA this?
I tried AAA. They said they won't touch surety bond and bonded titles. But they're the ones that gave me the original idea. They're like, it sounds to me like you need to do a surety bond and a bonded title. And I was like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
They're like,
Okay.
we're not allowed. We don't deal with those at all. So we can't tell you a whole lot about them, but go Google and do some research on surety bonds. And that's what drove me down this rabbit hole and contacting DMVs. And this has been like 3 full 8-hour days so far of research and going back and forth, figuring all this out. So Nevada is stating the whole point of a surety bond is that you don't have the previous title on any vehicle, and that you are covering your ass and covering the DMV's ass in case the previous owner comes in. So it's the same thing as a title transfer.
Right.
You just have to, the vehicle cannot leave the state that the bonded title is placed in. So it's the same thing as title transferring from a Nevada to a California title. It just, once it's in state, you can't leave it out of the state.
Right.
I mean, you can't transfer the title out of state to another state's DMV for 3 years. But it'd be no different from me buying a vehicle in Nevada from somebody and them signing a title over. Like right now, the Mule's a good example. The Mule was registered in Montana,
right,
with Stellar Built. I am transferring that into California. I have the Montana title, and it's no problem whatsoever to have the title signed over from Dimitri to me on the Montana title and get it brought into the United States. I just have to do CHP inspection, and I can't do that if there's no front axle under a vehicle. So
is Montana not in the United States?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Because you said it was going to come from Montana to the United States.
Oh, to California.
Yeah.
My bad.
Okay. I was like, wow, this is new information I don't even know about.
Montana actually moved to Canada recently.
Yeah. So Canada's 51st state.
51st state in Canada. So anyways, it's a simple process. You just have to go through CHP inspections to bring an out-of-state vehicle into California, really, and smog. So the main thing is California is fighting me on bringing in a surety bonded title at the same time as bringing the vehicle into California.
Right.
And Nevada's like, no, that's not, there's 1000% they should be doing surety bonds on a Nevada vehicle coming in from Nevada. It's just, you're doing 2 different things at one time, which is totally doable. It's just multiple forms.
Right. Interesting.
So,
yeah, it sounds like you need to go into DMV.
So that's the first option. Second option is talk to one of my friends that have Nevada residences.
Yes.
And let them own a Unimog for 3 years.
Right.
And then they would sell me the Unimog for $1, and I would have a normal titled Unimog to myself, but I would pay for all the costs of them owning a Unimog for 3 years.
Right. I thought about that too.
Yeah. So those are my 2 options right now. So I need to go into a California DMV and poke and prod and be like, so I'm pretty sure I just need these 5 forms filled out, and we can do all this process at one time.
Right.
Because all these forms say I can do that. They're just being all done at once. So what's the problem? Is this correct? Am I correct? What's going on here?
Yeah.
And see what they say.
Yeah. That'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I would call Nevada back and ask them which forms you need. What do I have to have?
They sent me all the forms.
Oh, they did?
Yeah. They're being very easy to work with. They're like, yeah, no problem. You can do it. You just need a Nevada residence. And I was like, I can get a Nevada residence. They're like, okay. I was like, they're like, okay, if you can get a Nevada residence, that's fine. That's how you'd work it out. Here's the forms you need.
Yeah.
I was like, thank you.
Yep. All right. So does the DMV issue the surety bond?
No, an insurance agency would need to do the surety bond. The DMV will tell you what value you need of the vehicle.
Okay.
That the surety bond needs to be placed for.
Got it. So do you need the paperwork from DMV first before getting the bond?
Yep.
Got it.
So you have to get the paperwork from the DMV. It's a 2 to 3 page form, and you send in the first 2 pages first. And then they set it all up in their system. You have to mail it in. Or I don't know, California might be able to go and drop it off. Nevada said in order for their processes, you have to mail it in. They mail things back and forth.
Okay.
So you have to take in the paperwork to the DMV. They accept it, and then they go through the paperwork. They value the vehicle and tell you what value you have to get a surety bond for. Mm-hmm. And then you have to go to an insurance agency, do the bond with the insurance agency, and then file the bond back with the DMV, and then they will then look over everything over and return to you a bonded title.
Got it.
For the vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's I'm guessing 30 to 90 day process to do it, but doable.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's well, I'm excited to hear how it goes, because that, to me, that solves a lot of headache of lien sales.
Yeah.
And finding somebody to help you do a lien sale,
and the risk factor,
the risk factors of getting lien
and
sales and dealing with all that. Cause I think Copart, like I've looked at vehicles at Copart before, but I think Copart actually lien sales them to you.
Okay.
And that's how they do it all. I don't know. Like, I think they
could probably be listed as a storage facility or mechanic or something like that, licensed in order to do that kind of thing.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right. And so I was like, how do they do that? That was always one of my thoughts, is like, they don't own the vehicle. It's totaled by some other company, you know, let's say AAA. So AAA probably owns the vehicle at that point, and then Copart sells a vehicle to a customer. Like, I don't know how that works on their system, but I've always been curious about it. But it makes it a lot easier to buy something off Facebook Marketplace or somewhere, maybe like Copart, where you can just do this Surety bond and
not have to worry about the headache of tracking down previous owners.
Yeah.
To be like, dude, just sign this title over to me. Like,
I had that problem.
This vehicle's been sold 8 times since you owned it. Like, just sign this title for me, please.
Yeah, I know I've said it before, but I had that problem with Samantha. Right. Yep. The person that sold me the vehicle was the owner's son, but the owner was like, yeah, this is my vehicle, but it wasn't technically his vehicle. It was the father's vehicle.
Yep.
And even though the son thought it was his, like, I couldn't register the vehicle because it was sold to me by not the owner.
Yep.
And so I went through, and then I tried to contact them back and be like, hey, you don't actually own this vehicle. Your dad owns this vehicle. Can I get a bill of sale from your dad? And then they ghosted me.
Yep.
And I'm like, this is ridiculous.
And
then I had to find somebody to help me do a lien sale. And fortunately I did. And I became the rightful owner of Samantha.
Yep.
But if I could have just done this other route, that would have been a lot easier.
Yep. A lot simpler.
Been like, peace out. Like, you screw you guys. I already know how to get this.
Yep. So there you go. Everybody out there. Surety bonds and bonded title is what you want to look into.
Yeah. That's cool. Good info.
Yep. Other than that, the Unimog everything's running actually really smoothly on the Unimog. The drivetrain is all we've talked about. Nothing's seized on the drivetrain.
Yeah.
We're able to crank over the engine.
Yep.
The engine moves very smoothly.
Okay.
So the main issue, all we can tell right now, is that just no power is getting from the batteries to the electrical system.
Okay. So
we got to start doing wire tracing and look into the electrical system of Unimog, which is a very simplified, very simple electrical system. We just need time to do it, but I've been telling the guys to hold off on doing it because I don't want to spend a ton of time and effort on this if we're not going to get it titled.
Right.
But it sounds like, after all the research I've been doing over the past 4 or 5 days, that it's going to be not really that big of a problem to get it titled. It's just going to take time.
Yes.
So as long as I know that it'll be fine to get it titled, it's just going to take 3 years to do it, really, and be in the clear. We'll start working on it more. So
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Those will be fun updates. I'm excited to hear that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
So fun stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good job on those. Any update on the mule?
No,
not really.
No.
All right, we're coming down to crunch time here. That we're in April, so hopefully Dimitri starts giving us some updates on that, because we need it in a month.
I mean, technically, we need it April 15th. Like, because we need to put the lighting package on. There's a few other things we need to get done with it. So, like, from this episode is airing April 2nd.
Yeah.
So, with 13 days.
Wow.
To get it done.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Crossing every finger I got.
Yes. Well, with that, I think that brings us to the end.
Yep.
If you want to get a hold of us or you have any questions, you can always do so in multiple locations. You can email us, Jimmy or Tyler, at SnailTrail4x4. You can DM us on Instagram. I'm over at SnailTrail4x4. Tyler's over at 4x4 Toyota Tyler. Or you can call in and be a part of our snail mail episodes. 916-345-4744.
Mm-hmm.
We also started the Discord.
Yeah.
We're interested in trying that out. If you are a Discord user and you want to check out how we set up Discord, feel free to DM me or Tyler. We both have a link. We're soft rolling this thing out. So we're just kind of sending it out to people that are interested in it or hearing about it on the podcast right now before we blast it onto socials and tell everybody where we're at. So if you like Discord, you're on there already, or you want to check it out, DM us or email us one way or another, and we'll give you the link to the Discord.
That's it. Cool, man. Anything else for the episode? I think that's about done.
Yeah. Well, I guess now you kind of get me worried. Maybe I should start fixing Bobcat back up or getting Bobcat ready for a backup option.
I don't know.
Okay.
I really don't know. I'm very much stressing out over this. And I'm trying not to freak out, and I'm trying to let Dimitri get the work done.
Yep.
But I'm very stressed out. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any words. So
Okay. Well, those were my final ones.
okay, cool. And with that, my friends, keep crawling.
I got one for you.
Ready?
What is Bruce Banner's favorite cheese?
I don't know.
The Inchedderable Hulk.
Eh.
Yeah. I didn't.
Eh.
It's even printed crooked.
It's I like how that's the part that bugs you.
Yeah, right? It's in papyrus.
Jeez. Every time I see papyrus on like a retail shopping window, I'm like,
Papyrus and Comic
loser.
Sans, man.
Yeah.